Mako from the Mackenzie from the Game Over stream chat. Well, thank you for hanging out today, and welcome to Couch Potato Diary. So the Calgary Flames, with a victory last night over the Chicago Blackhawks, 3-1 ends up being the final score. And I have thought about doing a, sorry, I cannot get my lighting right today. I have thought about doing a, well, how seriously can we take this segment and stuff like that? And I still think the answer is not. And so there, I've done the segment now. But I do think that obviously there's a lot of positive signs. When you are winning 4 games in a row, things are going to be going well. But I do think this season in general, a lot of the messaging, at least from here, is going to be process over results. And the results are there, but the process is there as well. And that is what gives me so much optimism going forward with this team, is you look at how they are playing, and this is how they're going to have to play to be successful. And so, just firstly, awesome that they're getting rewarded for that. That is, I think, a real boost when you have a way that you have to play to be successful, and you play that way, and it works. That is really great when you're trying to get young players on board with what you're doing, and veteran players, I guess, as well. When you're trying to get everyone involved and get them invested in the way you are kind of handling your business. So, for the Flames, how are they going to be successful? They are not going to out-talent many, if any, teams. What they are going to do is have to win a lot of those puck battles, win a lot of those races, and score a few ugly goals. And they have been doing that. You look at the goal that Mantha scored against Edmonton the other night, where he beats Hyman in front and just bullied him and scored the goal to get the victory in that one. The goal that Huberdeau gets, he's just going to the net and the puck bounces off of him and goes in. You would love for your team to be the one that is able to do all the dipsy doodle and walk in and there's a shot from 30 feet and oh, what a goal, or between the legs dangle, all that. That's not going to be this group. At least for now, it's not going to be this group. So it's good that they are going out there and putting in the process that they are going to need, the systems that they are going to need to be successful, and seeing those things work. One thing that I don't think can be overlooked in how this is all going is I do think the goaltending has bailed them out at times. And now, not to the point where it's like the Findaway Flames, where it was Ramo and Hiller and all those guys making 45 saves on a nightly basis, and this team was finding ways to somehow win 2-1 games coming off of that. But there have been a few times where there have been a few defensive breakdowns, and Wolf last night was really sharp. Vladar in other nights has been really sharp. I still think that this team defensively has some work to do. But overall, they have done a tremendous job of shutting down the opposition and kind of keeping a whole lot of stuff to the outside. A few breakdowns, a few more than you would like, but they are doing a great job with that. And then lastly, you are getting contributions from the guy that you really want to get contributions from. And you are getting, like, Huberdeau is it, Mako in the chat mentioning Coronado showed a bit of skill, but he still had to kind of push in his goal. And yeah, no, there's that too. Like, they aren't just a bunch of just knuckle drag or just, like what my beard would make you believe I would be. They aren't necessarily that. There is some skill there. I guess I shouldn't understate it too much. But yeah, Coronado showing that, and he has been one that has been fantastic. And Ad and me talked about this on Game Over Calgary last night. I should share that in the chat. Although, I mean, there's only a couple in here right now, and obviously one of them was in the chat. So maybe we don't need to share that one right now. But the thought of, well, you can't play Coronado on the fourth line is one that I bought into, and honestly am still kind of there. I don't think long term this is where he kind of fits in on this team, but it's also better than him not playing at all. And so that is why I thought it was a little curious when they called him up with the Rooney injury, and then you have Hanzik go play on the top line. It's like, well, that's kind of where Coronado, it's kind of the only spot Coronado fits. So why are you not doing that? But I have really liked what that fourth line has brought. And I know a lot of people were talking last night about, well, Mangiapane started on the fourth line. It's like, well, I kind of think Mangiapane is... he's closer to a fourth liner than a first liner. I will say that. Right? Like he got the 35 goals, and we all love him for it very, very much. And we all got to we love the Sopranos memes and all that when he scores goals. It's so much fun. But he's not that guy. He is much closer to energy fourth line guy than he is a high level sniper type. And your hope for Coronado is that he turns into high level sniper guy. Because if he is not that, I just don't know how sustainable a run in the NHL is for him. But for right now, for him to be going out there and buying in that way, I think shows a real level of maturity for him that is very encouraging to see. And I also think that it is a testament to the play of Kirkland and Lomberg as well, and what they have been able to do. That line has been a whole lot of fun. Lomberg has been the exact type of energy this Flames team needed. Like, he has played the role of Ryan Lomberg perfectly so far for this Flame squad, and that has been really great to see. And to have now, like I said, Coronado getting in there, contributing offensively, you now have scoring on all four lines, and that's not something you really thought you would have with this Flames group. And another reason you have that is because the Huberdeau line is also going, and Anthony Mantha has been beastin' with Huberdeau, and those two, along with Pospisil, have fit like a glove, and it is the exact thing that you wanted to see from Anthony Mantha, from Jonathan Huberdeau, and from Martin Pospisil. And I have said before, this team is not going to be able to move Jonathan Huberdeau. Like, he is a part of the future. So you may as well make the most of it. And right now, Mantha's making the most of it, which does lead to interesting conversations down the road. But for now, he's making the most of it, and he's doing a phenomenal job with that. Overall, it's been very positive for the Flames. Now they get a few days to kind of rest. I do like these early season breaks that teams tend to get, where you get into it. They had a back-to-back over the weekend, then you play again on a Tuesday, and now there's this pause here. And yeah, you would like to just like stay, especially when they're winning. You would like to stay in the momentum of the season and just keep it rolling. But I do think it's a pretty good, like, okay, we've played 4 games. Let's just, everyone, just a deep cleansing breath, and just see, all right, now that that's out of the way, what's working? What's not working? Let's actually see what's going on here. And I think this is a good time to assess, like, all right, what has actually, like, the wins have been great. What's actually been working, what's actually not working, and let's see where all the chips kind of fall after this. But another good win for the Flames, and now an interesting test against the Seattle Kraken coming up on Saturday. For more Flames talk, head over to Game Over Calgary on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts.